Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Great 15. Great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Easy alert! Zero!
Just beating the play clock. Stafford looking deep now for Amendola. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Lions take over first and 10. They're on 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Stafford, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
180. Give me radar. 3 bucks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
It's a gain of 6.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Omaha, remove.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
59.
At the 2.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Quick dash. Come.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Bell takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Mikael Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Wentz, and the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Eagles on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Safety's creeping. Sponge. Greystone, Travis. Run. Big it.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Real right, 22.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford is complete to Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 33-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. And Sanders has got it complete. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Wide, get wide. Out, big 20.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make it 17-13. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Kick your hand. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Lady! Fix the mic. Watch time. Tight end right. Easy.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Lucky. 22. 50. Hey, Orbit. I got you, son. Mike, 36.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Let's go.
A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
22. I'm here all day. Watch 36. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford, and he finds Danny Amendola. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Amendola's got it. Complete. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
Again, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. On 4th down, Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Amendola, he was the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles 38, Lions 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught by Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Stafford on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you know,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Duke Riley, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. To try again after the sack. Stafford, Duke Riley, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation.
36 to Mike.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They snap it to Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more.
Eagles 45, Lions 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Another run by Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Going deep now for Herndon. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Kill.
Hey, bunch.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 52, Lions 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Line 36. You don't want none, baby. You don't want
One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.